If we can't live in peace, then let's die in peace.
Hello my friends, Scott here representing Youth Potential. Now today I really want to push myself outside my comfort zone, and it's something that I've never really done before, and I'm really anxious. I'm shaking a little bit, my breathing's become different. So basically what I want to do is today is going to be the first time that I'm going to walk out in a crowded public area with my sort of fresh cuts out, and it's not to gain attention, it's not to do that, it's just because I want to be able to kind of maybe motivate other people to do the same, and just for the purpose of feeling comfortable being who they are, dealing with the mental health struggles that they have, and not feeling ashamed or scared. So yeah, I'm scared at the moment, but I'm gonna do it. There might be some people that give me funny looks, there might not be. This is kind of what it looks like at the moment. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid. Okay, I feel a little bit afraid, but in hindsight, I've hyped myself up this morning. I'm going to go to Blue Water. I'm just going to walk around a little bit, grab a coffee, sit in the coffee shop, and just see what happens really, and try not to break down. I'm going to bring a jacket with me just in case it becomes too overwhelming and I can't deal with it. But anyway guys, wish me luck. I'll continue the rest of this video shortly, and you'll see it once it's fully edited and put back together. Okay, all the best. Hey guys, okay, so I'm in the Blue Water car park now. It's not as full as I expected it to be at midday, but there's definitely plenty of people here. It's half term, it's the weekend, parents are out with their kids, teenagers are trying to be cool in public as always. Yeah, right, I'm a lot more nervous than I was earlier, but I can do this. As you can see, I've got my jacket on, but I'm going to take that off before I get out of this car. And God, I really wish I'd have picked an experiment to do outdoors, because then I could wear these glasses and I would feel a bit more protected, but it's okay. It's only going to help me come out of my comfort zone and hopefully boost my confidence and not rip me in half. Okay, so wish me luck. I will report back shortly. Oh, right, okay, the jacket is off now. Just before I head in, I made a playlist that I'm going to be listening to while I'm in there. It's all songs revolved around strength, or at least anger, so I'm definitely going to have my music in. I wouldn't go anywhere without music anyway, but I think I need that extra sort of heavy metal boost to keep me going and stay strong. So yeah, music definitely helps with just about anything. Cool, right, I'm getting out, let's do this. Okay, that was quite a breathtaking experience. I'm back in my car now. I've been sitting around there for about, sitting and walking around, sitting or walking for about an hour now. There's a lot of things going on up in my head. Oh, it was intense. But yeah, right, so I'm gonna drive home and finish this video, report back, and let you know my thoughts, my feelings, what I saw of people. Yeah, feel like I've achieved something though. Cool. See you in a bit. Hey everybody, right. Okay, I've just come back from being out in public with my cuts and scars and stuff. As I said earlier, the idea isn't for attention. The idea is to try and help myself come out of my comfort zone, give myself that confidence boost, because my confidence has been knocked a lot recently. And hopefully it will inspire others to do the same, not to feel ashamed or afraid of the mental health problems or struggles that they have, and not have to hide, you know. Today is a really sunny day. I mean, it's not hot, but it's really sunny, and it's a lot warmer than it has been. And summer's going to be coming up several months' time, and I don't want to be able to have to hide myself away. I want to be comfortable. I want to be who I am. I want to dress how I want to dress. So today was kind of like a little experiment, sort of practice thing. So yeah, anyway, let me just tell my thoughts on it. First of all, when I got back in my car after coming away, I felt really, really nauseous. You know, anyone that suffers of anxiety or has had a panic attack, you know what that's like when you feel really anxious and nauseous. It's horrible. And still right now, I'm still coming down from the experience. My breathing's not quite the same, and my stomach's doing backflips. It's a weird experience. So yeah, anyway. Okay, so the plan was to go in there, go to my favourite coffee shop, get a coffee, sit there for a little bit, and then walk around just a little, just circle the place once. Blue Water Shopping Centre, that is, and just kind of listen to my music, have a bit of a sort of grin on my face, just because I didn't want to look sad. I just wanted to try and feel normal. Although honestly, it did feel like I was faking my smile the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so just kind of do that, and then just try and sort of like keep an eye out, see what if people were looking, and you know, just and see how I would react to that. Would it make me feel scared? Would it make me more anxious? Would I not care? That kind of thing. So anyway, so I got there, I got out my car, and it was a really sort of nerve-wracking experience. As soon as I got out of my car, my breathing was getting like shorter and shorter. It was like that, you know, like the beginning of a typical panic attack. And yeah, it was scary, but I had my music on, full blast, nice sort of aggressive heavy metal kind of music. And I was like, right, I've got to do this. I've got to put that, just try and make my face look appealing, just being like smiling, sort of. And then just walk, and just kind of walk fairly quickly towards the coffee shop, and then just see what happens. So I did that, got inside the building. That's when it started feeling really real. So I started walking. I didn't walk too slowly, I didn't walk too quickly, I just kind of walked at my sort of normal pace. And then I started to try and have a look round at the same time, see if anyone was looking, or if they just looked, gave me a funny look, or just didn't notice or didn't care. So between walking in the building and getting to the coffee shop, I noticed there was probably, most people were actually trying to read what it says on my t-shirt, just despised icon, or look at my Pokemon sleeve. I think maybe between there and the coffee shop, only one person looked at this side, and they didn't, they just glanced. So that made me feel really good. I got to the coffee shop, standing in the queue. I started to get really nervous again, so obviously standing still, I thought maybe more people are going to notice. Looking around whilst queuing up, waiting for my coffee, just looking over at the seats, see if anyone was looking. Someone looked at me in the eye, but they might have just been looking me in the eye because I was looking around, who knows. So yeah, it was really nerve-wracking, and I go in this place a lot, so I kind of, and the people in there recognise me, because I always have the same vanilla latte drink. One of the guys who recognised me did look down quickly, and then looked at me, and then smiled again, didn't say anything, and I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. I felt uncomfortable in the fact that I knew that I was on display, but not uncomfortable with the fact that these people were there, because I had a feeling they were going to treat me well and treat me exactly the same, and they did. The guy that made my coffee he's always in there when I go in there, and me and him always have a bit of a joke. So yeah, it was good. Went over to my seat, sat down. I was kind of like shaking, holding my tray, coffee and carrot cake at this point, and yeah, so I just sat there, had my music on, drink and cake there, and I got my Nintendo DS out and started playing on that for a bit. I was just kind of like, you know, looking up a little bit just to see if, because I was in a very open spot where I'm right on the corner where people walking past that aren't in the coffee shop can see me. And there was a few people looking at me, but I don't think it was because of this. I think it was just because that wasn't overly visible at that point. I think they were just looking me in the eye because I was looking at them. So yeah, the whole time I sat there, I was really enjoying myself. I didn't get the feeling that anyone was kind of staring at me. You know, when you get that feeling that people are staring at you for a long time, you just kind of sense it. I didn't have that at all. So yeah, that was pretty good. So after a while, I've probably sat there for about half an hour. I got up, finished my coffee, and then decided to walk off, go around to the game shop, went around to the bookshop, just to see what it was like. You know, obviously a bit more of a closed environment. Yeah, and it was okay actually. I walked around. I know when I got up and walked out the coffee shop, to me it did feel like there was more people looking, but I just had to keep this grin on my face. I just was like, I've got this music in here. They can look as much as they want. I don't really care. And yeah, it was all right. Again, some people were just trying to read what it says on my t-shirt. Some people were looking at that, but there was definitely a few people looking over at this direction. And I found that when I was in more crowded spaces where I could still move really quickly, I felt that was when I was less exposed. But when I was in when I had to walk slowly around crowded people or slowly around a big open space, it felt worse if I was either in a crowd of people and I couldn't really walk very quickly, or if I was in an open space, and that's just it. But if I was in a crowded group but could still maneuver quite quickly in between people, it was okay. I didn't feel like there was any kind of onlookers, if you like. So yeah, I bumped into one of my friends. She was working down there at a time on one of the stalls. Said hello to her quickly. Didn't feel awkward at all. And by this point, I kind of felt quite comfortable. Okay, I didn't really care. I mean, I could see more people looking in my direction, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if they were looking at that or if they were looking at just me in general because I was in their viewpoint. So I did that. Sat on the bench for about 5 minutes, just looked at my Instagram account, and just watch the world go by for 5 minutes, just think about things, and then I started to head back to my car. So overall, I was there for just over an hour, and yeah, my conclusion was that it was okay. Actually, there were a few people looking, but no one gave me dirty looks. No one said anything to me. No one tapped me on the shoulder. No one tried to get my attention. I didn't get the feeling that anyone was looking in a way that kind of made me uncomfortable. There were people glancing, but most people just glanced, looked at me, and then just looked away, as if to say, either I respect that, bro, or I've noticed it, I don't care, let's move on. I didn't feel like anyone was judging me, and it was really nice. 10 years ago, I definitely could not have done that. No, 10 years ago, I definitely would have been massively judged and probably picked out and discriminated for it. I was a couple of times. So yeah, my heart's racing and it felt really good to do that. If an opportunity like that comes up in the future, I'm definitely going to give it another go, but perhaps go somewhere different. So yeah, guys, if you feel brave enough, do it, okay? It's not as bad as what you think it might be. I had so many anxieties going off in my head that people were just going to be staring, pointing, maybe even try and get my attention or complain to me or something. So yeah, it felt really good and it was all right, and I feel proud of myself. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. All the best.